fists. Bonnie and Mandy. Make sure you're always watching, or you could miss it if they ever kiss. Those two wildflowers did what they had to do, and now they're free. And it's gonna be as wide as it can be, with no apology. Bonnie, Scalisi, and Mandy Jones. Wildflowers. Wildflowers.
Welcome. You're looking live at the Wildflowers. I'm Mandy Jones, the comedian, and as always, next to me is the beautiful.
Hi, Bonnie Scalisi. How are you, everybody? I'm sorry we're a couple of minutes late, but
This is take two because I'm a complete dork. So, welcome to the show. This is July 7th, and this is the 44th episode of the Wildflowers, Bonnie. Do you know that means we're going to be almost more Wildflowers than we are Three's Company radio show?
wow, I can't believe it.
I know.
We did a whole year in quarantine without any guests.
Exactly. Oh, you just really had to throw in that it was just me and you, and how miserable that was, that it was just me and you. Yeah, that's actually how we came up with the topic of always having topics, because just me and you talk gets a little boring. So that's when we decided topics, which is great because even though we have people from all walks of life, we always have something to bounce back off.
It's the day after the quarantine. Nothing has changed there. I was just driving my kids back and forth because there was no bus. So the comedy clubs are back, and everybody's like hanging out in the clubs and everything. So we want to know, like, think back at the time of COVID, what you guys were doing. And we're going to.
Yeah. And honestly, I wanted to, on this show, we always try to look on the bright side of things. So try to focus on and try to give us things that were positive that came out of the lockdown. Because I know there were definitely some things that, we'll get into it, but there were definitely some things that I wouldn't have done had we not been... I wasn't chained in my house, but had I not had less options of going out. But yeah, I think, Bonnie, without further ado, we should probably bring on this guest.
Yeah,
right?
we're definitely so excited to have our next guest. And I just want to say hi quickly to the people who are tuning in.
Yeah, real quick.
We have Marsha Fitzpatrick. Hi,
Hello.
Nancy Weems.
Oh, and share the show,
Joan
guys, if you
Kupiasha.
remember.
Please
you
share
guys
the
are
show.
Best. We know you
Robin DeVito and David Lange. Michael Steven Spielberg, my boyfriend. And they're saying a couple of different things, which we'll get into. Hi, Bill Hansen. So, and Michael's like, my boyfriend's saying, I like COVID, less traffic, and lots more one-on-one with Bonnie Scalisi. Thank you, Michael. Yeah, I watched a lot of shows.
Nancy Weems done a lot of cleaning and painting. I know, Nancy, I saw you redoing rooms all in your house. That was something that I did too, but we'll get into all that good stuff.
So our guest is amazing. She's Carie Karavas, comedian of 100 years. She told me to say that. And everybody who knows comedy on Long Island has heard of Carie, and we're so thrilled to have you.
In Levinson.
And all over. I don't get out much. I don't get off of Long Island, so.
Don't undersell yourself.
I'm looking at myself on that thing, and I look like Phyllis Diller. See, when
You
you like
look
that,
like-
Well, you came in and I was like, I look like I have the same hair as you, so we're doing
your
the same
hair
thing.
looks like, that hot, sexy.
It
she
looks
doesn't
just
do her
like
hair.
yours.
She looks hot and sexy. I don't do my hair, and I just had an air dryer, and I look like either Phyllis Diller or some crazy 60-year-old.
You look fine.
Not really.
You remind me of like a Suzanne Summers. In the Prettier Dead.
I love
When she was
Suzanne
younger.
Summers.
If she was
Oh my
300
God.
pounds.
You're such an
I am
asshole.
so fat that my boobs are tremendous. They're taking up the whole.
A lot of men love that.
The whole fucking screen.
The whole
Get her
screen.
off the
Need wide
fucking.
angle lens for me. I'm
Get
like
her
a
off the
black
fucking.
linebacker.
All right, fine. Enough of her alone. We'll save you.
So what did you do during the COVID
Yeah.
I ate, obviously.
Well, you like to cook.
I ate everything.
I see you on the Facebook. You cook. You're an entertainer at your house, so you do a lot of cooking. What do you like to cook?
Nothing. I don't like to cook anything, but my kids were starving 24/7. It was like, what do we eat? What do we eat? What do we eat? And I'm like, shut up, you fucking annoying assholes.
So you fed them.
What are we eating? What haven't you eaten? We're in a pandemic. You're supposed to be losing weight and panicking.
So you how did you just went about your business and just
I clean the house. I
are you an organizer? Like, are you good with that kind of stuff?
Yes.
Purging and simplifying and not
Yes.
having a ton of shit?
Yes.
How do you do it?
Because always.
Okay, so how did you
I was a
transform?
hoarder.
Okay.
And I went from hoarding to, so I had about 17 black garbage bags filled with toys. And I'm talking about Beatles stuff, like action figures. I had Pee Wee Herman dolls. I had Urkel dolls. I've had Fred Flintstone dolls. I had dolls up the ass.
I know, I got a lot of toys in my basement.
I had toys that you can't find anywhere today. No way. And one day my husband was like, snow globes. I had cookie jars. I had stuff that you can't.
Right, yeah, you can't get it again. When people are trying to build these collections, you can't get it
I
again.
had kiss dolls that were this high. Like they were
my
Whoa.
God. So wait,
So what'd
did
you do with them all?
Mike and Frank from the Pickers came through and just took it in a
So-
lot?
So here's what happened. My husband was like, you gotta get rid of this shit. You gotta get rid of this shit, right?
It's you and the shit or just the shit?
Well, he just got so like, I'm done with this shit.
Yeah, because you gotta move it and every time you try to get something.
Right. So I had listen to how many bags.
I want to
just
hear
said.
this. This is very
I have
important.
17 bags of this stuff.
Okay, and did you sell it?
And I put it on Craigslist for $500.
Mm.
Some guy bargained me down to $400. That wasn't even like 50 cents a piece.
Wow. So he got a treasure fucking trove.
Do you feel
when he showed up and I pulled the stuff out of my minivan
for the deal of the fucking century?
he looked at me and he goes, "Oh my God." And
Yeah.
I go, dude, if you say one more word,
you'll change your mind?
I'm putting all this shit back in my truck.
Yeah, I'm gonna have buyer's remorse and I'm gonna fucking drive away.
I don't want to hear what I'm doing because I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, this is out of control.
I gave it to him and I just had this horrible feeling.
And
I'm driving back, and my husband is driving, and I'm in the car, and I'm like on the verge of crying
Yeah, no, I know how I'm emotionally attached to my shit.
because I had this shit from 1980. Okay, and he goes, "Don't you feel better?"
Who said that to you? Your husband? Okay.
Yeah, I'm crying tears of joy right now.
Did you feel better, or did? Because my boyfriend has he has a lot of stuff too.
No, I didn't feel better. I turned around and I looked at him. I go,
That's not the answer I wanted to say.
I go, say one more fucking word. I go, and you're gonna get a punch across the fucking
Smack you in
head.
the fucking mouth. Yeah, no, I know. Well, okay, so my husband's, so my father-in-law, his dad, he is my husband's dad, so much Met stuff. Their entire basement, literally, it's like walking into a scrapbook. Has saved everything since the Mets. He's been alive since the Mets were started. And honestly, they always joke about the kids, which one's getting which. There's fucking. He used to go get stuff signed, so he knows all the signatures are legitimate. He was total. And I'm like, no, this shit's staying in a fucking museum. It's got to all fucking stay together as like a fucking collection like this, like how you did it. Like it's got to all fucking go one together, like to somebody who it's not. I'm not gonna piece all this fucking shit out. It's gonna go to one person who enjoys, obviously, like this guy was a fucking treasure trove and he parted it out, and I'm sure there's some stuff that he couldn't get rid of, and he's
No,
like,
I got rid of everything.
no, but I'm sure stuff that gentleman particularly probably kept a lot of it, and then there's stuff he's kept and traded over the
I
years.
think he probably sold it all on whatever, wherever.
Well,
Craigslist.
either
At
way-
the time it was Craigslist.
There was
Marketplace wasn't around then.
there was probably some things in there that were worth a lot of money.
That he
Yeah.
might
Right?
have kept.
Like
People
I
know
collected
when stuff
Beatles stuff, which
I
I
had
know
Beatles.
a lot of stuff was. I still have it, but it's like I think it's an addiction to buy the stuff, right? Like
Well, yeah, people
like-
having a spending habit is a vice.
because my
Yeah.
sister does that with clothes and jewelry, and
Well, at least if it's gold, it's worth. It's always.
No, it's not.
I say cars, guns, and jewelry because my husband does like gold and jewelry and stuff, and it's like use it and you can resell it and it's got value.
Jimmy Quinn is saying,
Kind of
Elena
similar
K,
with
are you watching? Does that make any sense to you?
Elena K. Yeah.
Elena K. And Robin is saying that she hoards because she has 9 months worth of Scott's toilet paper. A lot of people went out and hoarded the toilet paper when COVID started.
Well, that's a good thing because eventually you'll end up using it.
Yeah,
Well,
that
yeah.
you can
Use
Right.
a
Pee Wee
101
Herman
Dalmatian doll.
Well, yeah, that's the thing about the toy collection. I started getting where I was able to like
We
start
use
looking.
Pee-wee.
I still have Pee Wee, but I've gotten to the point where little
Pee Wee Herman dolls.
like little trinkets, like I'm like literally McDonald's toy Mandy. Come on, you know, get a hold of yourself.
Here's how you can. You're good. If you don't start the stupid bullshit collection, then you won't have a problem. And I won't ever start another collection again. I don't give a shit.
And what about your kids stuff?
It is,
What about your kids stuff? That's the part I have problems with.
Yeah, sentimental.
I have 2 of those
Trunks. Yep.
trunks
Yeah.
with baby shit in it.
Yeah.
And then once they go with them.
No, exactly. No, that's how my mother-in-law is. She's got, they each have their Bible and their little whatever the fuck they each did. So you have 2 children, a boy and a girl.
I've watched some of your
Which one's
stand-up about
older?
them. It's very funny.
The boy. Usually people say if they have a boy first, they don't want another child.
No,
But you were.
Boys are
always
easier.
You thought so?
Yeah, the girls are.
100%. Still, I think so.
Mhm.
Okay.
The girl is emotional,
Mhm.
but, pain in the ass. Got to get the nails. She's just, just.
They're high maintenance.
Yeah.
How old are the kiddies now?
She's gonna be 15 and he's 16.
Oh, those
They'll
are
be moving out
fun ages.
So they're
those.
teenagers.
Those are right before the lobe is like fucking ready, but their mouth is 100%.
It's a tough time. You know what though? I think kids today are different than when we were kids because when we were kids, we were out of control. My parents were like, "Oh, do what you." We had like we had leash. We had no leash. We were loose.
Right.
We were going out to clubs at 18 and 17. We were driving. We were like drinking and driving. Everybody drank.
I didn't do that.
Yeah, I know. Well, I know they.
That's why I'm drinking now.
No, the risks it was not the awareness of the risks of it were not available. Yeah, it really isn't. Like now, my friends, like I have a friend who got a DUI. Fucking went to sleep and woke up and drove and got a DUI. Woke up, like literally not even thinking that after you'd slept that you would still be able to blow positive on a fucking breathalyzer. That was never a thought back in the day. My dad said they used to throw your keys. Like they would fucking.
They would go look if you go to the diner, walk across the street. You know how many times I got pulled over and I was like, and the cop said, just go across the street to the diner.
Go
there was
sit,
a diner
walk
on every corner,
yeah,
and then you'd go eat, and then you'd get in your car and go home.
Yeah, sit it up, walk it off.
And then there were no Ubers back then.
Right,
there
right.
were cabs, but nobody took a cab. And when you got in a cab, it was always a creepy guy. You're like, am I going to get raped?
That's true.
But now today, the Ubers too. Who's getting in an Uber? You don't know.
Well, I know
Yeah,
the
I've
Uber
heard
is
stories.
great. Well, the Uber is honestly great because you at least can give the person because I've taken it to take the train and not have to leave my car or something. And you have to, I give my husband the license plate number and the driver's name. So at least Uber is
so if he kills you,
at least they got a breadcrumb share.
So
I don't trust Uber drivers.
Really?
I don't let my kids take Uber.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
okay. Well, my
especially
little
late at
brother-in-law, I've been pushing him to take the Uber, but he's also a 22-year-old kid.
Yeah,
Or
and he's a guy.
Yeah.
So Robin DeVito said she found a baseball signed by George. That's her boyfriend on the internet from the 80s, and she bought it. How much did it cost? I just want to know. But you bid on a lot of this stuff? That's what my boyfriend does.
I'll do auctions.
He loves the auctions, and he gets very excited. And to me, I like he some of the stuff he gets is really cool stuff. Like he got the other day a book, Better Call Saul, because during the COVID thing, one of the things we did was binge watch some shows. Better Call Saul was one of them. So we got a book, and he'll bid like $1, and then his maximum bid is like $3. So he gets excited that he gets something for like $3 or $1. And then they got this really pretty clock, and he's like, "What do you think I spent on it?" I go, $2. He goes, $1, and he's like so excited. But like, how much stuff will make
so
you
it's
happy.
basically taking somebody else's garbage. Like basically,
Well, I give-
we're willing to let it go for $1.
Yeah,
That's like throwing it out.
Yeah.
One step away from throwing it out. Yeah, no, I gift a lot of stuff to people. I'm like, I'm over it. Like, like someone's like, jewelry, anything that I've gotten enough use out of. I'm like, oh, by the way, I've been wearing this and it's yours now. Just keep it fucking rotating. Because that was my mom's thing. If you're gonna bring a bag of shit, clothes home, because we're in a family. My mom's one of 10, so there was always girls and cousins and hand-me-downs and hand-me-ups and bags of fucking shit coming through that you gotta mix through and sift through
and get rid of it.
You can't take all of it. Mm-hmm. So she's like, if you're taking a bag of shit, you're taking a bag of shit out. So I kind of try to have that mentality, but I'm also like a super thrifty kid where like a lot of the stuff in my house, I'm like, it's like literally like family heirlooms, meaning nobody else in my house has a fucking place to put it. And so I get Nana's fucking little cabinets and shit.
No, I don't want Nana's anything.
Anything wood to me, it's fucking good. It's gold.
And even my clothes, like now I'll go in my closet and I'll be like looking at it and I'll just
I
go
hate
like
my
this.
clothes.
I'll take this, like
oh,
this.
a whole
I'll
thing?
pick it
You're
up,
sick.
right,
Oh, now you have a different sickness.
I'll even give it to the Goodwill.
Well, yeah.
My sister has a whole entire basement that's a finished basement that's like an department store where she has double rows. And it's like the length of this whole thing.
Yeah.
She's got clothes, and then she's got another room that has shoes and like it looks like a store.
You do need
and pocketbooks and earrings. And then she wears the same thing almost every time. She hardly wears anything that's in there.
I feel like I'm pretty good at rotating my shit.
You're very good.
Do you know Queen Elizabeth will label everything with the dates that she's worn it in? What
she does.
Well, yeah, she personally takes out her quill, fucking, she hand does it herself. Well, one of her slaves does it, but you know what I mean. But so that way she's like, oh, last year to this event, like I wore deep purple, so this year I'm going with the ribbon.
Yeah, so Robin's reminding me that my boyfriend buys bigger stuff. Like he just bought a wooden phone booth. He bought a slot machine. Like he buys like
you know
all
what
kinds
I want,
of stuff.
and if anybody fucking knows where it is, I will fucking spend money on it. Tell me where it at right now. What I want is a big, like in the cartoons, like the bear traps, like the big old. I want one of those, but we'll weld it open. But just have it like out on the end of my driveway, so it looks like you're gonna get your legs snapped off.
Stevie G be saying this is girl talk. How is this girl talk? We're talking about
we're talking about cleaning your closet. This is what you should be doing, Stevie G. Why? Well, what do you? Stevie's like with Bernie with the fucking mittens with the one outfit.
Yeah, exactly. We're talking about COVID and what we did over the COVID.
All right. So what else were you getting into in COVID?
So what did you do with comedy? Like, was it really like hard?
Were you writing a lot? Do you write a lot, or how do you do your?
I don't write like a normal
what
person,
do you do?
right? So like something will piss me off, or something will catch my attention, and I'll just go on and spew about it. And
do you voice memo it, or how do you?
I just remember.
You'll remember it.
I remember it. That's it. I just go up and I start ranting.
Yeah, and you go once you know it's good, it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. And when did you stop like going to open mics at the point that you felt you had a voice? Was there a point you felt like
when I started, which was 1987, there was an open mic night every night of the week.
Really?
And you didn't have
on Long Island?
Not one bringer.
On Long Island?
Yeah.
Wow.
There was Tuesday nights was Fast Daddies and the brokerage, and then you'd hit the brokerage first, and you'd go to Fast Daddies in Huntington. Then Wednesdays was, another club. Thursdays was John Mulrooney at Governor's in Levittown. So there was always, then there was Chuckles, then there was around Konkoma Comedy Club. There was a comedy club, and every bar had comedy. There was one on Main Street in Farmingdale. So, and they were packed. People were out drinking, partying. So it wasn't like you had to get like 5 people to listen to you. They listened and they were into it.
Right.
Because remember, back then, the people went out and they drank and they had fun.
Well, honestly, this has changed everything. And I know I'm not saying anything novel with with the cell phones changing people, but it really does change the perception of like you literally will go to dinner with somebody, and like I literally make a conscious effort when I go out with my husband on a date, when we go out to dinner and it's the two of us at a table, to not have my phone out for a goddamn fucking portion of that meal,
it's
because
rude.
it's like literally.
Meanwhile, I have my phone, but I'm answering people's comments.
But you know what I mean? It's one of those things like you like. I'm sure you with the grown kids. I'm sure you probably have to fucking snap them sometimes. You know, in front of them. Sometimes
I've smashed their phones.
Like-
and I'm like, fuck, now I gotta pay another
You have to buy
but
another phone.
But this is your lifeline. This is your everything now, and now it's connected even more. Like when I was a kid, it just was a little bit of texting, so it was a little bit of location finding, but now it's literally like, oh, where are my friends hanging out, or where are my
You can do everything on your phone. My friend Joanne is watching.
Look,
Hi, Joanne.
They wanted us to have these phones so they could track us, but we think we're tracking our friends and whatever, but they're tracking us.
Oh yeah.
Because I get my car and I'll go 15 minutes to Governor's.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, I know.
And you know, pal.
I know.
Rip my hair up
I
again.
know. Go for it. They actually, it said it has an album for me. It says work, and it's all posters of comedy things. I'm like, they know that I'm saving and screenshotting and posting this enough that it's fucking considered work at this point. I'm like, is that fucking sick?
Can I ask you a question? How did you decide that you wanted to be a stand-up comedian?
Good question.
Yeah.
So what happened?
I want to know. I want to know the
I
dirt.
moved to. Okay, so I wasn't a big high school person. I hated high school. I went to a high school that was all
It's
rock
good.
and roll.
Just put the fucking scrunchie in it. You're gonna be doing it all night.
What high school did you go to?
I was in Massachusetts. Wait, so
You do.
much better.
There you go.
So I went
I want to bow down to you.
Coinage.
Okay.
Okay.
But I hated it, because everybody was like
Everybody's
rock and
horrible.
roll, and I was a disco queen.
Okay.
So I never really went, and I hope my kids aren't listening because I told them I went to college a lot. So I decided that I was going to move to LA and I was going to become a special effects horror movie makeup artist.
Ooh.
And I went, packed up, and moved to Beverly. And I was in the studio where Married with Children and 227 and the General Hospital. And I used to go through the sets. And it was a lot of fun. I mean, we went to school there. So you'd have to get in, clearance to get in. So I went there, and every night we would drive to the Comedy Store. And I used to watch guys like Arsenio Hall and Roseanne before Roseanne got famous, Sam Kinison before he was famous.
That's so cool.
All these people weren't famous yet. Dice Clay, none of them. They just started breaking out.
Right.
And I'm like, I want to do that. I want to do what they're doing. And then I started dating this guy who was at the Comedy Store. And then I moved back to New York, and I was kind of dating him long distance, and it wasn't really working. I mean, he was madly in love with me. No, but we knew it wasn't going to work because he was there and I was here, right? And then I met him in Florida. I spent the week in Florida with him while he did a club in Fort Myers. And I was like, wow, I really love this life. I want to do it. And I did it.
So you saw it first. You saw it. It drew you in.
But it was different then.
Yeah.
There was so many clubs. There was clubs everywhere.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, Pat Marone is saying Caravas. And
Pat Marone.
Yeah.
Pat
And Bruno
Marone.
is watching. He said, funny man, Pat Marone is in the house. Cedric Hooks, hi. How are you?
Cedric.
Everybody's, my friend.
Hi, Pat Marone. I love Pat Marone.
Oh,
Pat
Pat.
Marone.
Kristen Tinsley saying, hi, girls.
Oh, I love Kristen.
Everybody loves
So
Kristen.
wait, so Marone and I are supposed to have a Bobby Flanagan throwdown.
Oh, that's awesome.
I'm gonna make something.
You already said you hated cooking.
But I still could cook. I had a restaurant. I had 2 restaurants.
Oh,
But,
okay.
Marone, I'm still holding you to, throw down with the.
Oh, okay.
I want to see who's gonna win.
Oh, I want to go to that event. Let me
We're
know
gonna
about
do it.
that.
We're gonna do it. I gotta figure out when. I mean, COVID happened, and
Yeah, I know. Sharing food's really not the best.
Who's the judge?
Let's do a chili con. Well, the people. The
Well,
people.
would
The
be the
people.
judge. They're not going to know who cooked what.
That's
Right.
smart.
Yeah, that's
and
it's
then
gonna
they're
be.
going to have to say either A or B.
That's really
Yeah,
great.
Yeah.
That's
obviously,
great.
Yeah.
And I'm
No-
going to win, Lerone.
Yeah, take you down.
So wait, so yes. So
He's
now-
laughing. He
now
goes, LOL.
Coronavirus. Now they have a Delta variant.
Oh, please.
It's Greek now.
Yeah, Alpha. Yeah, their
It's Delta,
fraternity.
it's Greek variant. So
That's only at university.
I don't buy it. Anyway.
I don't buy it either,
So
but
I hope they just don't lock us down again because I don't think I can handle
yeah.
another lockdown with my family.
Well, I remember
you'll have to
this-
reorganize again.
one of the I didn't really I had you on Facebook, and honestly I don't even know if I must have added you because I found out about Facebook that when it was suggesting people that I thought I was answering all their friend requests. So I was sending out hundreds of friend requests.
So tech savvy.
Oh yeah, until they changed the freaking app, and I was like, oh, I saw it one day. I read it close. I was like, I think I've been sending friend requests to a bunch of people because I saw that there was a.
No, Facebook does that.
Well, I know they make you. They went so either way. I remember seeing you do a live, and you were in your pool, your
Yeah, I missed
beautiful
that.
in-ground pool, and you were saying, "I'm in my pool because it's beautiful and clean, and my fucking kids are not in the pool, even though it's the hottest day of the year."
Oh,
Speaking of the pool, I spent $2,000 already on just chemicals.
Oh, my boyfriend is
Oh,
always
not
complaining
green.
about his
So the
pool.
pool's not green.
He said
Yeah, it's
the
been
pool is a
Wait.
nightmare.
You know who goes in it? My stupid fucking dog.
That's
what's
it?
the
Not
dog's
your
name?
daughter's?
He throws his toy in the pool, dives in, gets it, comes back out. Throws it. That's the only one enjoying the pool this year. My kid's been in it once.
It's true. It's a lot of work. But I want to say
should
that
bring
Barbara
his friends
Ann
over.
is watching.
Who's
She is
Barbara?
Terry McNeely's mom.
Terry
And
McNeely.
you were Terry McNeely's teacher, I found out from Barbara.
His
And she
OG,
said,
as
I
they
call
would say in
Terry
the
the road
streets.
warrior. He books shows anywhere he can. And
He does.
you were his teacher.
I was his teacher.
So that's amazing.
7 or 8 times your son took my class. I'll tell you a story about Terry McNeely.
Yeah.
He's very talented. Okay, so Terry McNeely.
He books us, so we love him.
Terry McNeely would come to the class and he would have his material and he'd try to get a laugh. So one day I'm like, this kid's got it, but I'm trying to figure out how I can break it through to his head. Yeah. So one day he comes in and he's telling me a story about how his father threw his bicycle on the roof because he came home late or something. He got in trouble and the father took
So that's
his
the
bike
punishment.
and it was on the roof over the garage. And every day he would come by and he would see the bicycle, but he couldn't get it. And it stayed up there during the winter.
taunting him.
Right. But it was so hilarious how this kid told me the story. So I go to him. So I figured it out. So now he's on stage and the whole class is there. And I was teaching at Governor's at the time before the new owners had it, right? And he's up there doing his stand-up and the jokes he wrote, because you trying to be funny, trying too hard to be funny, you're not funny.
Right. Yeah. You
So
can
I go
detect
to
it.
him. Stop.
Enough.
And he goes, what?
He does
I go,
do rants
"Stop.
now.
Stop. Tell us the story about your father and the bicycle. He goes, what do you mean? What? I go, tell us the story you told me today before this class started about your father and the bicycle.
Yeah.
So he tells the story.
When he wasn't prepared to be telling a
And
story.
the class is hysterically laughing and he's killing it with it.
Right.
He finishes the story and I go, do you get it now? And he looks at me and he goes, yep. It was like a light switch. It went on, he got it, and now he's unstoppable.
Yeah, he said to me that you told him, and the reason that you're his teacher, guru. He said you told him to just be yourself. He's like, just be yourself.
Right,
just drop the fucking act, bro.
Right.
Barbara says, she said, my daughter-in-law, Carrie, said she found a birthday card for him with a bike on a roof.
Oh my God, that's too funny.
Get out.
That's great.
Wait, he got married?
His fiance.
Oh, he's engaged.
Well, found him. Oh, birthday card. No, daughter-in-law found him a birthday card for him.
Birthday card.
Yeah.
What did I say? Did I say
That
something?
Well,
was
she just said card
funniest
and
story
yeah,
ever.
that's funny.
I don't know that story.
Well, that's a way to.
Now I
that's
have
some-
to hear that story.
The father threw the, our parents were crazy back then. They beat the shit out of us.
Well-
They threw shit at us.
Well, how do you like? One of the reasons I don't want to have kids is because if I had a daughter and she was 16, and if she were anything like me, I'd be strangling a 16-year-old girl.
My kid is just like,
Is your
And so
mic?
how do you not strangle her? Not that I want to strangle you, Carrie, but from the vibe I'm getting at
you know,
at your house.
you know, it's, I'm a very mellow.
Oh, you
relaxed-
give off
no,
that.
No, but I am a very,
No.
I'm a
Kidding.
mellow person. Like you can wreck my house. I don't give two shits. I'm
As long
mellow.
as you're not being disruptive.
No, I'm very mellow. I'm okay with shit until I snap. And it takes a lot.
Until you're there, and then that's how I am. I'm really cool or really not fucking cool.
It takes a lot to get me to snap, but when I snap, be ready. 'Cause
I'm-
I'll break
I'm-
the table. I'll break the
I'm like
chairs.
you.
I don't give a shit. Anything in my way is
Next.
gonna broken.
I'm like you. I'm like you.
I took a TV off the wall and I smashed it. That's how I roll. Don't get me there. Don't
Yeah,
get me
yeah.
So
there.
you are
Right,
namaste
right.
until
But
fucking.
namaste.
In other words, you're calm until you're
Okay.
pushed into something. You're-
Okay, and you talked about being sober, that being one of the reasons I personally not liking to drink myself because it brings me anger. So I'm sure you don't drink TVs as much now that you're not
I
drinking.
just get happy and sleepy. I'm a happy, sleepy drunk.
Yeah, see, a lot of people are. I was never like that.
That's another thing makes me tired.
I
though.
would drink until I got violent. And then I got violent and not remember how I got violent.
Right, and then I'm the asshole somehow that I don't remember.
Well, I take that to
I-
remember. But one time I was trying to pick up my friend Cindy. We were in LA and she's making noise. She's drunk. She's outside. We were doing tequila poppers. Now, tequila is a very dangerous
Oh
alcohol.
yeah, seriously.
Oh yeah, I heard
You
about
go
that.
From normal to yeah. So she's outside and she's making noise, and I'm trying to get her inside the apartment so we don't, it was like 1 a.m.
Yeah, alert
So
the
this
authorities.
girl from apartment 1. Now in LA, the apartments are like kind of like all enclosed. It's
Yeah, like a courtyard.
It's like a courtyard
Yeah.
apartment, so everybody can see. But
Fishbowl.
right. So she comes over, and I've got my arms underneath Cindy's arms. Right. I've got my arms.
Yeah,
under
we're
her,
coming.
right
Here, coming with
trying to
me.
lift her up. And she's laughing and she's making
You're
noise.
loving
So
it.
She's like, shut her the fuck up.
Who said that?
The neighbor.
The neighbor.
No.
I don't know.
So I go to her, I'm sorry. I'm
Yeah.
doing the best I can to bring her in the house. I was still
Still
trying-
buzzing.
But I wasn't, it didn't hit me yet.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So I
You still
go,
had your marbles.
So she
Still
goes,
happy.
I wanted to shut her the fuck up right now.
Yeah.
Right? And I go, I just said, I'm trying to get her inside. I don't know what else you want me to do. I'm trying to get her inside. She slaps me across the face.
Oh
What?
my god.
arms were
Oh,
big.
fucking cheap shot. Fucking sit.
Drop Cindy. This
Cindy's
girl-
fucking
this
sorry,
girl
Cindy.
runs to her apartment, shuts the front door, and now we had these big picture windows that you could see the living room. They were like, each had like little squares of, the little white
Yeah.
little squares.
Yeah,
So it was a
little
big
little
window.
panes.
Little panes. Right? She's standing there like this. Like,
Oh yeah, what are you gonna do now? I'm in here like a cat fight, like literal cat fight.
Now this apartment building had all young people in it. One upstairs was a band, a guys, all band. Like,
like not everybody. She's not the loudest fucking person in here.
No, they were all.
Yeah,
It
it's
was like a party building,
Yeah.
like courtyard, right?
Yeah, like
It
shut
was
up
like
at 2
maybe-
a.m. Shut the fuck up,
Right, there was
you.
one family that lived there, and they were the not the landlords. They were the managers of the whole property. Everybody else was like struggling artists.
Sounds fun.
bartenders.
Yeah, they were just studying at night.
Yeah, this
Sounds
is LA,
fun.
man. You were having a great time, right? So she slapped me in the head, and I went from normal to animal. So she's standing.
She
in
started
front of-
it.
Oh yeah.
There you
Yeah,
go.
she fucking
She's
did. That was a
standing in
cheap
front
shot.
of her
Yeah.
window, and I go, "Come on, come
Yeah,
on
yeah,
out,
get
bitch.
out here.
Yep.
Fuck.
Come on out."
Yeah, you were
Yep.
tough before.
Now, when I was younger, I was crazy. And
That's not
she-
crazy. You're
No,
you're
that's how
defending
that's
yourself.
how I would have fucking reacted. But I'm
She's
also
giving
not
me
to
the
be called
finger.
crazy. Oh, see, yeah, you're a
So
fucking
I
pussy
just
bitch.
punched the window, and I went like this and like this. Now, as I'm doing this, I'm slicing up my. I'm
Yeah,
bleeding
yeah,
everywhere.
psycho.
Like if you see
Oh
the
my
scar
god.
from
Oh, I
there to
actually
there.
do see
wow.
that. I love
Okay.
scars.
So I jumped in, and I feel
Breaking and entering
She-
and bashing a bitch's head.
she freaked out. She didn't.
Obviously.
She didn't expect me to jump through the window and break the whole fucking window, right?
And not be stopped once you're bleeding. Because you're running on adrenaline, baby.
I didn't feel it because I was drunk. So the guys upstairs were like, she's going to go through the window. They come running out because they were cool. They were friends. And I feel as I'm jumping in and I'm halfway in, I feel somebody grab my legs and they're pulling my legs.
Oh my god.
She now is screaming and cursing and crying and you know, big tough guy. She calls the police. They grab me, they get me in the car, and they take me away.
Oh my
And the
god.
cops
Oh,
come
wow.
and they go, "There's nobody here. We don't know who was here. It was a big party. We don't know what happened."
Holy fuck. You got out.
She's saying I did it, and
Allegedly.
I wasn't there. The next day, I see her walking, and I go, "You wanna finish what we started last night, or whatever?" And she's like, she put her head down. And
Yeah,
she
because people that
I
are
go, "You better
bullies, they
watch
back
yourself."
down.
I think she
Yeah.
moved out like a month later.
Good.
Yeah,
good
well,
for you.
honestly, that's fucking.
Well, Tugboat Manny said, "Ask Carrie which comedian rubs her feet," and Pat Marone said,
Anybody who will.
Oh.
"Pat Marone said who moves her furniture and babysits her kids."
And
Manny Arias. But wait, can I just tell you a little story?
Yes, of course.
I need to have my feet rubbed at all times, okay? My husband won't do it. But I've always loved my feet rubbed. And I used to be a bartender in the Village at the Gaslight on 14th and 9th Avenue. Back then, there was a lot of homeless, a lot of drag queen prostitutes that were, you know, right there. There was a sex club across the street called Hellfire. It was like a total sex fire. I mean,
Sex
sex
fire.
club, right? So you had a lot of homeless.
Yes.
So whenever homeless would come in, I would give them water. I would give them whatever food. I always took care of homeless people because I always
for a price.
for a raise. So this guy used to come in every time I bartended at 4 a.m., 5 a.m. If I had no one in my bar on a Monday night, I'd be like, "Come on, rub my feet." And my friends would come in and be like, "You're letting him touch your feet?" I'm like, "He's rubbing my feet.
Someone's feeding her grave. She's getting her feet rubbed.
Somebody's touching my feet." She's like, "You're so gross." Because he was homeless, he still was a good massager.
See, I like back
That was
massages.
you.
I don't get
Yeah.
the feet, but I like the back massages.
So
Uh,
when you let
we-
somebody back massage you, next thing you know, you're naked and he's going down. On you. I don't do that. No. You can do my feet, but not my back.
Carrie, we just have to do our sponsorship real quick. And then we'll be right back with you.
Okay, so our sponsor is Keys Loves Jewelry. Stainless steel jewelry, all nickel and tarnish free. Keys cutlery, knives, swords, and self-defense equipment. Excellent quality for reasonable prices. You can shop online. We're talking about shopping online at keyslovejewelry.com, keyscutlery.com. You can go in person if you don't like to shop online at Lala's Flea Market, 1075 Portion Road in Farmingville, New York. You can call Key and his beautiful wife, Teresa, if you have any questions at 631-379-1781. I saw Key just at a recent party, and he's an amazing person. So is his wife. So shop
people
there.
Ever seriously?
And
I shopped there. I did.
Did you?
Yes, and a friend of
I
mine
bought a
did.
taser.
Well,
to
I
zap
got a
people.
Sword. No.
Oh.
He bought a ring, and it actually.
Oh,
didn't
yeah,
have
it's
tarnish.
beautiful.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
beautiful
tarnish
stuff.
free, and it's all nickel and tarnish free because she is allergic. Teresa is allergic to certain types of jewelry, so that's why she got into the nickel and tarnish free stuff. So yeah, it's great for guys
And
too.
it's very stylish.
Shower with the stuff, and I totally wear my jewelry in the shower most of the time.
Me too.
Yeah,
I
and
don't-
then I'll change it up.
I don't
and
take
then-
it off, and I'm wearing my. This is my EMF protector.
What does
is
that mean?
Yeah, what is that?
This is what's
Is
it
it a
called?
stone?
It's a stone.
It's an onyx?
No, it's not onyx. It's something that-
Obsidian?
I don't know what it is.
Tourmaline?
She likes it. That's the
Tourmaline?
important part.
It's the thing that you wear
Let's take a
for
gander
it
at that.
absorbs all the
Negative?
the negative radiation.
Oh, like a magnetic type of thing.
Yeah, it's there's a
Actually,
name for it. It's a specific stone. It comes from Russia.
Okay.
No.
Yeah. All right.
I don't
I'm
know.
gonna have to get a gander
Yeah,
on it.
yeah,
And then
yeah.
you have a cross on it. I was gonna.
This is Jesus.
This is for Jesus. So you're very Catholic. Your kids raised very
I'm Greek.
Catholic.
I'm not Catholic.
Ah.
I'm Greek Orthodox. So yes, we believe in
Greek.
Jesus.
I thought you were. I
And
thought you
we're
were.
very
I thought you were
religious.
Italian.
No, Greek.
Greek.
We're very religious, and you should be right now. You should be turning to the
What do you
Lord
think of that
and
movie?
praying for our safety.
Well, that is
The
part
Greek
of the
wedding.
My big
Is
fat
that
Greek wedding.
is that a
on
good
point?
depiction of like what life is like? I
Yeah,
love that
I have
movie.
a little bit of a bitter story there.
Tell it.
When Mia came up with that show, I had a sitcom called It's Greek to Me. All right. And I was doing Montreal Comedy Festival with 4 episodes of this. And I get to Montreal and I've got this thing, and it's about me trying to find a husband. And my grandmother moves in with me, and she's like the cock block.
That sounds like the same
And the
thing.
grandmother is, I wanted Olympia Dukakis to play the grandmother, right? It would have been hilarious. Me and her butting heads all the time. And I had 4 great episodes. Myself and Lori, this girl Lori Alberry wrote it, and it was so funny, right? And I get to Montreal, and when you get to Montreal, they give you a brochure, and it lists what time all the shows start, new faces. It said, Thursdays, Tuesday, and Thursday was new faces.
Yeah.
And then on Wednesday there was, my big fat Greek wedding, and so there was all these shows, and all of a sudden he calls me to my room, and he goes, "Hey, Kara," he goes, "There's this show called My Big Fat Greek Wedding." I go, "What?" I'm like,
Yeah.
"What?" He goes, "Yeah, let's go see it. It's a one-woman show. Let's go see what it's all about."
It was on Broadway?
No, it was in Montreal. It was in the festival.
Okay.
You paying attention, Bonnie?
I'm a little trying to.
So now we sit there, and he knows everybody because he was like a big manager at the time, and I had a big agent at the time, and there's NBC, CBS, all the networks were there, all the big wigs, and she's doing her one-woman show, and she's doing my show, almost my show, but it's about her big fat Greek wedding and her boy, and I'm standing there like ready to throw up. I'm like, why is this happening to me?
So had you seen this person before, or someone must
No,
have
she
seen
was a
your
waitress.
idea?
She was a waitress at Yuck Yucks in Canada. Then she moved to LA, and she put this one-woman show together. And Rita Wilson and Tom Hanks just saw the show because she's Rita's Greek, so she went to see the show. But she had to produce. She was doing it every week, the one-woman show. And then they decide to make the movie. So they made the movie already. When she was in Montreal, she was just pushing for the TV show, which I read for, and I ate it on camera in front of everybody. Anyway, so because I can't audition, I get like this weird. I can't do the camera. I don't know what it is. So they have a bidding war over this sitcom. So now, how do I go in with my sitcom when it's exactly the same show?
Yeah.
Okay, my family owned the diner, but that's really what my life was.
Oh, right,
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
It's not like you're stealing from anybody.
I lived with my grandmother for 20-something years. My parents owned the diners. I mean, it was,
Yeah.
Do you have a lot of brothers and sisters?
one brother, one sister.
Because in the movie, like they have like 10 million cousins and.
No, well, we do have 10 million cousins. But, so, I go, what the frig?
Yeah.
And then I get put into a show. It was myself and a guy named Vince Morris. He's a black comic, hilarious, Urkel type, but a lot more handsome, but very, like.
When
So,
Urkel Stefan.
My agent. So the guy, the showrunner was Ralph Farquhar, and if you know his resume, he's done Moesha, the Parkers, the list of hits that this man has gotten, like everything he's ever touched turned to gold.
Yeah.
So my agent is also Vince's agent, and they put us together as a modern day odd couple. I'm the rich one that the uncle left a rich apartment to in Manhattan, and I'm the slob. I'm Oscar, and he's Felix. He moves in with me. And we are just like, it was so funny. They wrote this. We did the pilot. We thought for sure it was going to get picked up, and especially with Ralph's name on it.
Mhm.
And then the Twin Towers come down.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So and it ended. And Fox held it for like 2 months or 4 months. So we would thought we were definitely getting in. And my agent was like, yeah, they never hold anything. They don't. I guess they were on the fence. Who knows? Who knows? It didn't happen. It didn't happen. Cut to now, I get my 1 hour special out.
Available in Crackle.
And not anymore.
Huh.
And COVID hit. So you know
Where
what?
can we get
Hey, I'm not doing this anymore.
Where can we get your special
On
now?
Amazon.
On
Ooh.
Amazon Prime.
Amazon Prime.
And what is the special called? Tell
I
us.
think it's called Men Flaws and Menopause. I think it's $10. It's
I'm
worth
gonna
it.
pay
Don't
the-
go pay for it.
I'm gonna pay for it.
I just want to say hi to Nevin Cummings. He was saying something, and Robert Soleil, who wrote from Street Fighter, and
Never Cummings.
Nevin Cummings.
Oh, Nevin.
Never.
And
coming.
And Robert Soleil from Street Fighter said that he worked with your husband
Who's that? Which husband?
on the train.
Oh, Sam.
Okay, so he's friends with him. He goes, you probably wouldn't know who he is, but he had told me that privately. Alexa Patakis is saying, and Kevin can't wait.
Oh,
I
yeah.
saw you in that episode. You were
Yeah, it
amazing.
was funny, right?
You were
It was
amazing.
A second. It was a split second.
Hi, Adam Snare. No, I mean, I didn't know who you were.
You know, I
And
just want someone to say, you know what?
that would have been a great character, an
I
ongoing
should have played his
character.
wife.
Yeah,
Kevin James, if you're listening,
yeah.
I should have played your wife. Because let's be honest, okay? You're a little chubby and you're a little older. You get a hot wife, come on. Let's be realistic. You need the fat wife.
You're
Me
not
and you.
fat.
I would have been
You're
perfect.
not
He was
fat.
out of his league.
She was out of his league. Now, I would have been more of a match and I would have been perfect for you. But no, you didn't want to pick me again. You didn't pick me the first time and you used my name. And you didn't pick me the second time.
Well, you know what? The comedy world is so competitive, and the guys have such a chip on their shoulder that I would not be surprised if he was just in love with you.
I don't know if he was in love with me,
But a competitive
You know what, though?
spirit.
I
There's this thing that people don't want other people to succeed.
You know what it is? I don't think I'm okay with where I'm at now. Like, you know, people go, "Oh, you still want to be famous?" No, I really don't.
Fame is a 4-letter word.
I know, but
It is 4 letters.
But here's the thing: at some point, you're realistic. You're like, okay, you know what? I had my fun. I'm still having fun. I'm still entertaining crowds. I'm okay where I'm at. I'm good with where I'm at. I don't need to be rich and famous. Rich is, if you have your health, you're rich.
Exactly. I honestly think that's one of the most important things that came out of COVID for me was like realizing like at any moment you just got, I was always thankful and grateful for life and stuff, but like I literally asked for the day before Christmas off and for Christmas Eve off and the day before so I can clean for the family and have family over. And they said yes, and then they go, "Oh, actually, we didn't realize we gave the other lady off too." And I said, "You know what? If this fucking year taught me anything, it's that health and family are most important than anything else. I don't care if the fucking place has nobody running it. It's the day before Christmas and Christmas Eve. It's not my fucking company. And like, as much as I want to do my job and be a good fucking little Samaritan, like it really does put things in perspective of what matters and fucking." Like you said, health is wealth, honestly. Because if you're run ragged and not fucking, you feel like shit. Even if you have money in the bank, you can't pay for that. And there's people who are sick that have money and they don't have they can't fix them because
look at the guy who had Apple, Steve Jobs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like
he couldn't save himself.
Exactly. So it's
with all that money. So it is what it is.
And you can't take it with you either.
You can't take it. You can, but what good is it going to do you? But here's what I'm going to tell you. Where you are in your life right now is where you're supposed to be.
Yeah,
That's
believe
great
that.
advice.
No, I really believe
Because
like
I could have been famous if that show picked up.
But then you wouldn't be here having this conversation
No,
with
I would
us.
definitely not be.
You definitely would be
No.
like, no, you
And I wouldn't have
random weirdo. Yeah.
And I wouldn't have had my kids.
Right? See, there you go. So
It was all worth it.
it was all worth
All
it.
of it.
Aw, you do it all again? You wouldn't change it?
100%.
Yeah, no, I always feel that. Even though I've had so many meltdowns and breakthroughs and horrible down, like the world has ended, I feel like so many times. It's like there's been some, even if I could throw all my problems, they would say I would like throw all your problems in a basket. I'd still take all my problems over everybody else's fucking problems.
You don't really have problems when you look at serious problems.
Right. It really does put things into perspective.
Yeah, you just gotta chill with wherever you're at, you're at. I mean, you know what? I made a couple of really good decisions. One was my husband because he's got a pension and 401k. But
And he loves you.
no, and he's a good guy. He's a great guy, actually. He lets me follow my dream.
There you go. That's
He
important.
supported me throughout the whole, career.
Yeah. How long have you been with your husband?
My son is 16
Yeah.
years. I got married I got married the year before, but I had the wedding when I was 7 months pregnant. So.
Okay.
So the wedding really mattered. Like the paperwork is the year before, but
What you
really
celebrate, like what you celebrate your
what counts
anniversary,
is
the
eyes of
anniversary.
God.
Yeah.
right. So I'm married 16 years.
Eyes of God.
As a guy.
Fuck the government. Yeah, no, I believe it. I believe it. So what else? Do you do any gardening? Any yard work? You like to do anything outdoorsy?
I like to hire the gardener. I don't like tips.
Me too. I like to hire people.
Okay, no
If
problem.
the bug on me, I'll flip it.
But you got a dog, so you're an animal person.
A little dog, yeah. Because as Rich Walker, Rich
We're gonna blame Rich Walker here for your dog.
Rich Walker gets the dog. It's his niece's dog. They got the dog for a month. The kids are in love with the dog, and he don't want the dog because he's the one walking it. So he gives it to me, and his kids were crying.
He just walks it over to you and puts up like a lost dog sign.
As soon as we saw it, we wanted it, of course, and we kept it, Bo.
Oh,
And now he regrets it because that's a great dog.
What kind of dog is he?
It's a Bichon poodle, I think.
Uh-huh.
Some sort of dog like that. One of those.
Boodle.
Looks like a little poodle. But it's the best, smartest dog ever.
That's good. That's good. Did you have dogs growing up?
I had Yorkies. You know,
Oh, yeah.
little
I
yappers.
like Yorkies
They're
though.
yappers.
They're good though. They're
Tugboat
good.
Manny said, ask her how to make her famous yummy burgers.
Is that a
Shut up.
is that a proprietor
You know what?
secret?
No, I'll tell you what happened. I have to buy organic, grass-fed beef, whatever. So I decided I'm going to make my own burgers instead of buying the burgers from Bubba Burger, where I don't know what meat it, what it is. So I put Worcestershire sauce in it and ketchup, salt, pepper, and I put an onion in the blender and I mushed it all in.
Ooh.
So the onion, I think where I went wrong was the onion made it taste really nasty. And
Well, Tugboat obviously thought it was great.
Tugboat wants her to
He
tell her how
wants to know what you put in it.
No, if Tugboat didn't eat it, guys, he's called not Tugboat for a reason, but he's not a small guy.
look, if Tugboat doesn't eat it, that means there's a good indication.
That means it's probably disgusting.
It was gross. And a couple people.
How many of them did you make? Like 24?
No, like 50. But I had a big party on the 4th, so a lot of people didn't eat them, but a lot of people ate them. They were like, "This is delicious." So you had
They're like, thanks for having me, Carrie.
No, and then I tasted it, which I don't really eat red meat, but I had to taste it after Mandy said that. It was disgusting. I'm like, people ate this?
I served this?
It was gross. And I won't serve hot dogs. They have even the organic hot dogs are all
Hot dogs, I'm sorry, are just fucking disgusting.
gross. Go to YouTube, Google.
I don't want to know. I like hot dogs, and I want to be ignorant bliss.
Hooves.
Horns. You're eating all the asshole
Oh God.
of every animal.
Oh.
And then it's put into a machine.
No wonder it tastes so delicious and yummy.
Watch how they make it. It's amazing.
I can't. I can't even watch Dr. Pimple Popper.
Oh,
can't watch
that
it.
I'm into. That I can get into.
No, I can't.
honestly not like a stranger, but like siblings and like my husband, I could totally like go after like something on his back or something like
Oh, I
out
can
of the
pop a
shower.
pimple.
Yeah.
But
Oh
can't
God,
watch
I
the
can't.
show.
I can't.
Okay.
I
It's
Okay.
can't
not
do
normal
either.
pimples. I mean,
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
can't.
that's
I
not
can't
your
do
run of the
either.
mill fucking blemish that we're talking about.
Robin's like, I love hot dogs, Bonnie, and I love assholes too. Robin.
That's why you watch the show, Bonnie.
Robin, that's why you're one of our favorite people.
Because we're just a bunch of assholes over here.
So, do you want to plug anything before you leave? I mean,
I'm not anywhere anytime.
you were just at
stop.
Governor's the other
I'm
night
actually
with
going-
Mary Capone, who I love.
Mary Capone's very funny.
I
She's
love
very,
her.
Very, very funny. And who else was there? Mario Bosco was there. Very funny.
So
She
you
was
were
very
at
funny.
Governor's in
Levittown.
And when's our next date? Come on. Go that.
I don't really have anything on my list.
All right. Well, you should be
I
a
did-
fan of Carrie
I am in
Caravas.
Florida.
When?
I'm also going to be in Jersey. People aren't going to go to Florida.
I have people in Florida.
But we have
and
people
Jersey
watching
out
us.
here.
There's a lot of people that watch us are from Florida.
Yeah, we got randos.
Patricia's Italian restaurant on Monday the 16th of August.
Oh, what's
With
that?
Bruce Smirnoff, Mario Basco, and an impressionist. So that'll be fun in Fort Lauderdale. And
Okay.
then I'm in New Jersey at the Anvil Theater on August 7th, the Anvil Theater. And I'm in Hop Hog too at Patricia's restaurant on August 3rd. I got a couple of dates. I'm also in Hamburg, New Jersey on what's the date? July 17th? No, 24th. July 24th. Hamburg, New Jersey, Crystal Springs.
All right.
That's so cool.
It's a golf resort.
And
Nice.
it's Carrie Caravas comedian, right? On
Yeah.
the interwebs that they should find you at.
Yeah, Carrie
Facebook,
Caravas comedian.
the
Carrie
Facebook
Caravas,
page.
You go to my YouTube channel, Carrie Caravas Comedy.
Can I
Carrie
just say
Caravas
something?
comedy
I put
on
you in my
YouTube.
story with your photo from the internet, and I got like over almost 500 people looking at it. And I
And then
usually
they
get
and they go,
nobody.
"Wait, where's the girl from the picture?
Aw.
No,
Well, you know, listen, you get old, dudes. I mean, like,
you look
I
beautiful.
yeah, you're
You're-
way
yeah,
too hard on
you look
yourself.
amazing,
You're being way too hard on yourself.
and you look. You're not. You keep referencing yourself as being fat. You're not nothing
Yeah,
close
seriously.
to fat.
Well,
Yeah,
okay,
you're an
well,
American.
okay,
You are not
well,
fat at all.
Here's what I say to
I'm-
girls who
I'm
say
truthful
that.
people.
Here's what I say to girls who say that.
All right, give it to us.
The little twat who's 12 pounds,
Let's
soaking
hear it.
wet, and the other little twat who's soaking wet, 10 pounds.
I'm not a little.
All right,
I'm-
little twats.
I'm-
What? Tell us,
Go ahead.
big
When you
twat.
hit 175 pounds,
Say that
when you
again.
hit 175 pounds to 180, and then you tell me if you feel fat.
Okay, all right.
Okay, so when you're
And-
180 pounds,
But wait a minute. Can we?
listen,
Can
I'm
we take into
140.
account our heights?
I'm 5'3".
I'm
Okay.
5'1" and I'm 140.
What kind of shoes are you wearing? All right, you got you got a little platform.
I gained some weight
Yeah,
during
like
the quarantine,
she's got little.
but I'm gonna
fucking-
lose it. But
So
you
when-
look
we'll
beautiful.
We'll go back to back.
Then-
I'll go 175 pounds and I'll call myself fat on the internet.
Hi,
all right?
Harry.
Of course you will. Because you won't be able to understand who is that looking back at you from the mirror. Because
But
your
you-
whole life, up to you time you got pregnant at 40, you had six-pack abs, you had no boobs. Now I'm like a middle-aged
I just
mom.
when I see pictures of you or what I see clips of
Talk
you
about
that
those, you
even
have big
seem
feet.
older.
No, I don't. My feet aren't big.
You very voluptuous, curvaceous,
Well, you know what it
always
is?
big.
I
You
know
are
that
pretty
look at it, you
now.
take a picture a certain way.
Oh, it's all about the angles.
Teresa Caputo the other night goes to me. Like, I'm not taking. She was at the show with Mandy. That was a horrible show. But anyway, she was at the
Worse
show.
than your burgers.
I go, Teresa, couldn't you see this in your? That it was going to be a bad show. Or not? No, anyway, Teresa Caputo is like a twig. She's a tiny little twig.
Is she?
Oh my God, she's so skinny, and she's this.
She's
big.
got giant hair though.
She's got great hair. She's got big poofy hair, but everything else is tiny. Her feet are this big. She's like an adorable little thing, right? She goes, "Let me show you how to take a picture." And she turns this way. She goes, "Suck your hip and push your stomach."
It's a whole instructional manual to take a photo, and I agree with that because you could look
Say prune.
really thin in a photo. My boyfriend was showing me on the internet last night pictures of celebrities here and like back in the day and now, and they had like pictures that were them in their prime and then how horrific they look now. I was like, that's one photo. Like, a photo could be whatever
yeah.
you want it to be. Like it could be Gary Busey, so back in the day, and then his mug shot from jail, of course he's going to look terrible.
But the men age ugly too. Like there were guys that I was in love with, like Johnny Depp, and now he's like,
yeah, put another bracelet on.
oh my God, he's so creepy now when he talks in a British accent. I'm like, what happened to this guy? Wasn't he from
Who
Staten
talks in
Island?
a British accent?
No, but they all get up. Everybody gets up. I mean, it's just fun. And there's, you have to just say, okay, I'm good with it, and move on.
Yeah, because it really is not about what we look like. Because I didn't really invite you on because of the way you looked. Not gonna lie, and that's what I like about comedy, because it's not about how you look.
And you know what else is good? When you're fat, you can write so many fat jokes.
You're not fat though.
But Carrie, let's end on.
You look
on
beautiful.
Thanks, Bonnie.
I wouldn't say
Carrie
it wasn't
Caravas
Drink
Comedy.
your water.
Subscribe on YouTube.
Yes.
Drink your water, not your alcohol. Be thankful for your kids.
I am.
And, Carrie, thank you so much for coming out and hanging with us. We appreciate
Bye,
you.
boy.
Don't be so hard on
Booze.
yourself. We bought her booze.
I
but
didn't know that she
we
doesn't
didn't know.
drink.
We
but,
didn't know.
But other people can drink it.
But she hosts parties, so you
Could
know
have
what?
got me a cupcake, Bonnie.
Well, we owe you a
wouldn't want
cupcake.
that.
It's Carie Caravas Comedy.
I just
on
want to
YouTube.
say hi to Harry Flagdrop. He's one of my Facebook friends. He goes, "You girls are beautiful. Don't worry about it." Thank
We're
you,
not
Harry.
worried, Harry. Thank
Harry,
you, guys.
I am worried about it. You're not worried about it because you're in your 30s.
All right, I'm going to gain 70 pounds, and then I'm going to worry about it. Everybody else, get home safe. Take care
Thank
of
you,
yourself.
everybody, for tuning in.
Mind, body, and soul.
And don't drive and watch this.